Structural integrity on Deck 2 at critical levels.
They are everywhere. The Fates have delivered us.
Main power offline.
Those things are going to get us.
Restored.
Keep moving.
Over here!
I'm Lieutenant Monroe. Who were these invaders?
We don't know. They just appeared about 3 days ago. They came from nowhere.
Where's their ship?
I was the engineer on duty when the attack began. There was no ship, no transporter activity, and no warp signature.
Either we somehow never noticed hostile aliens living in our solar system, or their warp technology is beyond anything we know.
Where are their leaders?
We haven't seen any. They seem to have no type of command structure.
So how do they coordinate their attacks?
We don't know. In between their attacks, they just seem to mill around like insects.
And they charge in wave after wave with no thought of self-preservation.
Pretty clever tactic for an insect.
And effective. Our ammunition is gone.
Is there an armory near here?
Yes, there is one close by.
But the last group we sent never came back. None of us will go now.
No, Vengpa. One of us will.
What? But Avaxtus?
I'd rather die fighting than sitting here.
I'm with you, Avaxtus. Show me the way.
You are both as good as dead.
This way. fuels before the air runs out! The fates have blessed us today. It's not much further now. Here's the weapons locker. Now what was that security code? I remember the code! Gas that Michael chain! I forgot about the redundant security system. Don't worry, I can bypass it. Almost done. Grab a weapon! We need to get back to Vangpar. Lead the way.
I knew better than to trust in that Federation person. What good is there in a suicide mission?
It got us a few of these.
By my progeny, you live!
And we bring arc launchers.
We'll put this to good use.
You do that. Have you seen other members of Starfleet?
Yes. A Federation ship requested emergency assistance 3 days ago. They transported their crew during an attack on their ship, but I haven't seen them since.
Thanks. I've got to move on.
All honor to your descendants.
Hazard team, report in.
I found an abandoned security station. I'm downloading their security codes.
Chang here. I'm on my way to the rendezvous point. Resistance so far has been mild.
Gerard to Monroe. I found medical supplies. I'm setting up an emergency field hospital.
Sydney reporting in. I'm maintaining a safe distance from the station.
Before we're all...
He just breached the inner wall.
What's going on?
We've caught one of the invaders!
He's in the escape pod.
Jettison the pod.
Our controls down here are broken.
There is a release switch on the second floor. It's in the master control room, overlooking the pod.
Can't you just go up there?
The lift to the master control room is broken. I'll try to reroute power, but it still might not work.
You activate that lift. I'll go upstairs and activate the switch.
Where are you going? We need help. It worked. Get to the master control room and launch the pod.
Escape pod launched.
Those invaders have disabled our defensive grid. We need to get our systems functioning again, or we're all dead.
Monroe to Enterprise.
Go ahead, Lieutenant.
The command officials are safe. No sign of the Dallas crew.
They're coming.
We're under attack.
Lieutenant, protect the Atrexian command officials at all costs.
Yes, sir. Stay close to each other. I'll protect you.
Control room and launch the pod.
Escape pod launched.
Master control room and launch the pod.
Escape pod launched.
took the scenic route.
Cover me!
Cover me!
Please convey our gratitude to your captain. You have the reverence of many future generations.
Thank you, but I'd rather have some answers. Have you ever seen these invaders before?
Never.
Who are your enemies?
We have no enemies.
Well, we have ongoing problems with Atrexian smugglers, and Idril separatists, and occasional Cardassian vessels looking for easy conquests.
Idril?
A backward race. We've been assisting them for centuries.
We've given the Idril the gifts of written language and the warp drive.
But the Separatists are not grateful. They claim that many Atrexian systems are actually ancient Idril homelands.
They've created a delusional fiction in which they are an older race than we.
That should be easy to disprove.
It is. But cherished superstitions die hard. Fortunately, most Idril don't believe the Separatists.
We're wasting time. The aliens are not Idril.
They must be an interstellar invasion force, like the Borg.
Whatever they are, we can't get them out of the station until we get your defensive grid back online.
Our security generators are in ruins.
Don't you have backup generators?
Yes, in the main power core, in the heart of the station.
If we can figure out how to manually connect the backup generators to the grid, we could eliminate all invaders on the station.
Only our chief engineer could do that. But I don't know where she is.
I do. She reported in. She's trapped in an office near the main power core.
Tell her I'm on my way. Hazard team, stay here and protect the Atrexians.
Aye, sir.
Ensign Gonzalez, USS Dallas.
Lieutenant Monroe, USS Enterprise. We've just come from the Dallas.
Did she make it?
We got there too late. Those creatures tore the ship apart.
Damn.
Where's the rest of the Dallas crew?
The lower habitat ring. It'll take a while for the creatures to reach them. Here are their coordinates.
What are you doing out here?
Looking for supplies. We weren't sure how long we'd have to stay down there.
Monroe to Tuvok. I'm relaying the coordinates to the Dallas crew.
We are beaming them out now.
Are you ready to beam out?
And let you have all the fun? I'm staying.
Okay then. Let's find an Atrexian engineer and get that defensive grid cranked up.
Chief Engineer. I'm locked in.
We'll need to find an alternate power source that'll open this door.
If I get you to the main power core, can you get the defensive grid back online?
Yes, but I need someone regulating the energy flow from here.
I'll do it.
Good. Stay here while I take Vorchov to the core.
The main power core is below. We need to take the lift down.
Let's go. I'll protect you while you reroute power.
I'm heading to the generators. I have to get all three online or the grid will burn out.
Gonzalez, get us power.
Power's on.
Chell, turn on the weapon systems.
Power's coming online now, Monroe.
The grid neutralized the remaining invaders. The Atrexian space station is safe. I'm sending an away team to assist with the cleanup. Well done, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir. One to beam up.
Lieutenant Monroe, please join us in sickbay.
Hey, Monroe.
Sorry, I can't chat right now. Ever since we returned from Rigel, I've been feeling under the weather.
You look really ill. I wonder if you have Rigel fever.
No one's had that for 100 years.
Feeling under the weather is the main symptom. You better rest and have the doctor run some scans.
Okay, but this won't keep me from playing tonight. Game in our chess tournament.
It's still not too late to forfeit.
Forget it. Even if I have Rigel fever, I'm gonna beat you again.
Lieutenant Monroe, we are waiting for you in sickbay.
I'm really enjoying the Federation assault rifle. It's a big improvement.
I disagree. Nothing really beats the compression rifle for pure skill.
That depends on the situation.
Thanks to the Hazard team, we have recovered many intact alien bodies. The doctor has studied their biological makeup.
Doctor, how could a completely organic being contain a personal propulsion system?
Genetic engineering at an unprecedented level. The carapace is sealed to provide protection from the vacuum of space, and their personal impulse drives generate enough heat to keep their muscle and organ systems metabolizing.
What about intelligence?
No clear determination. They do have large clusters of nerve tissue densely packed into the exoskeletal cranium, but it's not organized into any structures that we would recognize as a higher brain region.
Fascinating. Lieutenant, what did you see in their behavior to indicate intelligence?
Hard to say, sir. They were able to act cohesively and attack in groups, but they didn't appear to communicate with one another or formulate plans. They appeared to be acting mostly by instinct.
That would argue against self-directed intelligence.
I also found this, a non-organic device fused into a small nerve cluster at the base of the cranial region.
What's its function?
Unknown. The technology is too alien for any easy assessment. We're working on it now.
Lieutenant, research the Atrexian people. We need to know who their enemies are.
Aye, sir.
I also want you to create new tactics for fighting these aliens.
Aye, sir. Though our tactical wing is weaker without Franklin.
That's a grave loss. I'll consult with Tuvok on a suitable replacement.
If I may, sir, I'd recommend Ensigns Murphy and Gonzalez. They're both on temporary assignment to the Enterprise.
Very well. I'll assign them both to the Hazard team.
Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant, you did well. A good man died, but many more live thanks to your quick thinking.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for bringing back this alien. It's yielding a lot of useful information.
I believe you have a planet to investigate, Lieutenant. Use caution, as you will likely encounter other aliens on your mission.
I find the medical services on this ship to be most impressive. Can I help you?
Korban?
I yearn for battle.
Deck 11, library.
Would you like to join me in the holodeck? I'm starting a holo program to view the flora of Andoria.
Sounds interesting.
You might want to bring a weapon.
What do we need weapons for?
The flora are not necessarily friendly. In fact, they're carnivorous.
What about the safety protocols?
How do you study plants and their environment if you eliminate their ability to interact with their surroundings?
I don't really think I'm up for being eaten by a plant today.
Come on, it'll be fun.
I just remembered I have an appointment with the ship's counselor. I'm busy.
Please don't disturb me.
I'm busy.
Hi, Monroe.
Telsia, I'm glad to see you up and around.
I'm fine. There's no lasting damage from my time in the pattern buffer.
You're lucky. That was quite a stunt.
I'm ready to go back on duty.
Good, because I want you and Gonzalez on the hazard team.
I'm glad to see Gonzalez on the team. He's an experienced combat tactician.
Almost as experienced as you. I need your expertise to help me figure out these aliens.
Is that all you need?
I wouldn't mind having you help me do some research on the Atrexians.
Can I help you?
No usual suspects here. The Atrexians seem to have made very few enemies.
Pretty good for an expanding mini-empire with over 20 colony planets.
Especially a mini-empire so close to the neutral zone.
They were lucky enough to expand into systems not claimed by other races.
And smart enough to stay out of the way of the Romulans.
There's some unrest on Atrexian planets populated by other races.
Same with many stellar empires.
Ongoing problems with smugglers.
Same with the Federation.
But no angry species of semi-intelligent exoskeletal aliens.
The Atrexians are a Federation candidate. If they join, Starfleet will get some prime bases near the neutral zone. Does that give the Romulans a motivation to attack them?
With what? Their private army of semi-intelligent exoskeletal aliens?
Then we may be looking at the first wave of an extra-dimensional invasion.
Lieutenant Monroe, report to the hazard team briefing room.
On my way. Hazard Ops.
Do you think those aliens will attack the Enterprise? It's a miracle anyone on the Dallas survived.
We've traced the aliens to the 5th planet. The hazard team is going to Viok Epsilon 5.
It's an uncolonized Class M planet in Atrexian space. Sensors found trace levels of the propulsion signature left by the aliens' personal impulse drives. The aliens attacked the Atrexian space station from the 5th planet.
But how did they get to the 5th planet?
That's what we want you to find out.
Is it inhabited?
We have detected a shuttlecraft and multiple life forms, but not the aliens you fought on the Dallas. However, there is an area where our sensors cannot penetrate.
That area corresponds to the end of the propulsion trail.
Other than that, the planet looks undisturbed by sentient creatures.
Investigate and report back what you find.
Aye, sir. Our answers are down on that planet. Korban, Talsia, Chell, you're with me.
Strange shuttle design. Common engine, but the style's not in the registry.
I'm tracking some life forms ahead.
Alien invaders.
No.
We'll look for them. We're with the Federation.
What are you doing here?
We're investigating an attack on the space station.
We hadn't heard about any attacks. Are we in danger?
We wiped out the aliens. You should be safe now.
Good.
The invaders came from this planet. You know anything about that?
We saw no aliens.
Why are you here?
We're researching the ruins here. Our hypothesis is that this planet was an Idril outpost 3,000 years ago.
Where are these ruins?
Further ahead. We lost contact with our 3 archaeologists there. We sent an armed search party, but lost contact with them as well. Now we have no weapons.
We'll look for them.
Be careful. The outskirts of the ruins have been infested with brood fiends. I don't agree that the ancient Idril were a completely agrarian society.
They show decisive evidence of sophisticated manufacturing techniques.
I'm just not convinced. We've discovered no conclusive proof that the Idril were the ones who created the artifacts we're finding.
I'm confident the data will bear out my conclusions in the end.
Perhaps. We need to keep investigating.
Agreed. We were just discussing the influence of ancient Idril architecture on emerging Atrexian city design. If you have any thoughts on the subject, feel free to jump in.
This landscape is remarkable, don't you think? Keep trying the communications equipment. We've got to try and get through to Inigor.
I'm still getting nothing but static.
Oh, this planet poses many challenges. Let me know if anything comes through.
Your story about attacking aliens is difficult to believe. It sounds like an Atrexian ploy to discredit our work.
I'm very concerned about our missing archaeologists. Please let us know if you find them.
These environmental conditions are making it difficult to properly use our equipment.
We'll need to figure out a way to adapt our systems to account for the increased temperature.
We must carry on as best we can.
I wish the others were still here.
If I had the resources of the Federation, I could complete my work sooner.
Your story about attacking aliens is difficult to believe. It sounds
Power offline.
Oh, great. The locking mechanism's on the other side.
That search party must have wanted to keep everyone out.
Or keep something in.
There's another one.
Good job, Monroe. But parts of this structure are very unstable.
I'm surprised this place is still standing.
I've located the main entrance. I'm transferring the path to your tricorder.
Restored.
Best they've got?
Doubtful. I think they're just testing us.
So we passed the test, right? Now they leave us alone, right?
Quiet. Stay alert.
Monroe, wait! This pathway's highly unstable. Use structural integrity view mode and watch where you step.
Understood. Hazard team, wait here. I'll cross and find a safer path.
Good to see you.
Life signs, Chell?
They've been dead for several days.
I guess we found the Idril scouting party.
There's another one! Cover me while I crack the security code.
Take that!
Look out!
Okay, got it. Let's go. Look out! Yeah! Thanks, Monroe. Good to see you. There's another one! Cover me while I crack the security code.
Look out!
Okay, got it. Let's go. Look out! The power relay for this energy bridge is on the other side.
Wait here. I'll activate the bridge.
Good job, Monroe.
Look out! There are too many of them. reflects a culture in an advanced stage of development.
It reflects a culture that knows his enemies are easily distracted.
Unknown life forms infesting facility. Basic eradication systems coming online in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There's another one!
Weapon turrets!
Infestation becoming acute. Detection of individual life forms required. Escalating to localized eradication system.
Poison gas. The cowards.
Where's it coming from?
I don't know. Use the trace gas view mode on your tricorder to find it.
Yeah! 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 Ooh! Ooh! Yeah! 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 Ooh! Yeah! Ooh!
The gas is sealed.
Good work, Monroe.
Infestation becoming acute. Detection of individual life forms
What
required.
does that mean?
I'm not
Escalating
sure.
to localized
Check.
eradication system.
Ha! Feel my wrath!
He felt you miss him by a kilometer.
Do not test my patience, Bolian.
That was strange. It just exploded.
A trap.
Monroe, check the bioscanner's view mode on your tricorder. Well, the bioscanners are down, but that panel activated a force field. Looks like we'll have to find another way around. second door in the main hall. What a beautiful mural. I wonder if the Idril created it.
We don't have enough data to say.
Infestation at chronic levels.
More turrets! We need to deactivate their defenses. Monroe, I think I can disable that security system. I just have to reach that console. Cover me, Monroe!
Take that!
Take out those turrets, Monroe! I can't get to the console! Keep those turrets off me while I work. This is the strangest system.
Look out!
This makes no sense. There's no way I can... Oh, wait. Okay. Disable the defensive systems. I've located the scientists in an adjacent room. I've overridden the security protocols, so we should be able to reach them now.
We're with the Federation. Are you in need of any assistance?
Yes. We've been trapped down here for days. Thank you. I'm Dr. Inigor. This is Dr. Clea.
I'm Lieutenant Monroe, from the Starship Enterprise. Ensigns Chell, Corban, and Murphy.
The Federation? Well, what are you doing out here?
We came here to investigate an attack on one of our starships in the local Atrexian space station.
I hope no one was hurt.
Who attacked the station?
The same aliens that invaded these ruins.
They're not aliens. They're exomorphs. We manufactured them. They're genetically modified beasts of burden.
Beasts of burden? Try killing machines.
Not by design. We don't know why they became aggressive.
Their behavioral regulators must have malfunctioned. When Clea deciphered this amazing machinery, we manufactured only the peaceful exomorph templates.
Inigor, please. Krindo's still trapped in the lower level. Lieutenant Monroe, please save him.
Quite so. Please save my son, if you can. I'm amazed you were able to make it this far.
Yes, climbing over so many alien corpses was inconvenient.
How many exomorphs can this factory create?
Very good question. Since the facility automatically mines the planet's inorganic compounds...
Then the planet can crank out its weight and kill our aliens?
Well, not quite its weight. More like the total mass of its carbon deposits plus...
That would be billions.
Theoretically, over 1 trillion if you account for the...
Enough! Let's stop this murder world.
Stay here and protect them.
It's not a murder world. It's the glory of the Idril. It's
gonna kill your son if we don't get going.
Oh, yes. Please go. My son is rather impetuous. Please find him and bring him back.
Hurry. Krindo may be in danger.
Dr. Crindo, I presume.
Yes.
I'm with the Federation.
Well, I'm glad you found me. The exomorphs nearly took my arm off.
You're lucky they didn't take your head off.
You're right. Looks like we made some mistakes.
Explain.
I think the behavioral regulators malfunctioned while I was modifying the jump jets. I'm sorry for...
Save it. Show me where we shut down this murder world.
Come with me.
Shut it down.
Well, it will take some time. About 6 hours to discontinue the incubation process.
You don't have 6 hours.
It would be faster for me to repair the behavioral regulators. Maybe 2 hours.
Know what's faster than that?
What? No!
We created our exomorphs to be builders, not killers. Look how quickly they restored the facility from ruins.
To our eternal shame, we lost control of them.
But we proved the Idril were a great empire, and we exposed Atrexian lies, and...
You almost got yourselves killed.
That's the price of seeking truth.
And the dead Atrexians? Were they also your price?
We can't undo the catastrophe, but we can atone for it. We have the ability to create a limitless workforce for both the Idril and the Atrexians.
We cannot let you create new exomorphs.
I can fix the behavioral regulators. They only malfunctioned because we had to work in secret.
We don't know that for a fact.
The Atrexians have suppressed our archaeological evidence to distort history, oppress our people, and control our planets.
That's a very serious charge.
I don't make that claim lightly. We found archaeological evidence on Viok Theta 3, but the Atrexian government shut down our dig site and impounded all our artifacts. We were furious.
Furious enough to kill?
The truth is our only weapon.
The machinery in this facility will allow us to prove that the Atrexians took over ancient Idril colony worlds.
Unless the Federation has destroyed all the evidence to help their Atrexian allies.
We are not allies of the Atrexians.
But you wish to be. You want them in your Federation of Planets.
Enough. We are not hiding your findings. Besides the safety concerns, have you considered the rights of the exomorphs?
Rights? They are clearly not sentient beings.
We'll make that determination in consultation with Starfleet Command. Until then, you are confined to quarters. Monroe, I'd like you to talk to Clea. I suspect she's the most likely to be cooperative.
Aye, sir.
Captain, should I assist Lieutenant Monroe?
I think not. Monroe has an advantage here. Clea credits him with saving Crindo, even if Crindo does not.
Clea is in the guest quarters, Lieutenant. Lieutenant, see if you can gather any additional information from Clea.
What do you think, Telsia?
I think they make a persuasive case. If we find that the Atrexians have been hiding evidence, they may have brought the attack on themselves.
How can you say that?
Maybe we're backing the wrong side. We're sympathetic to the Atrexians after a brutal attack, but that doesn't mean we have to believe everything they say. The Idril should be allowed to have peaceful access to their own technology.
You may be right, but will the captain see it that way?
I'll try to convince him.
If you ask me, the Idril are behind all this trouble.
Come. Have you spoken with Clea? This is a very sensitive matter. Please be discreet in your inquiries. On your way, Lieutenant. On your way, Lieutenant. On your way, Lieutenant.
Hazard crew quarters.
Thanks for arranging my transfer.
I was on the holodeck observing the Andorian flora in their natural habitat.
How did you sustain this injury with the holodeck safety protocols in place?
I overrode the holodeck safety protocols by running it in diagnostics mode.
Why would you do a thing like that? Isn't Andorian flora carnivorous?
Well, yes, but...
Who gave you authorization to disable those safety protocols?
No one did. I didn't think it would turn out this way.
You realize you could have been eaten. I'm rescheduling the rest of my appointments today as you clearly need my counseling.
But what about my plants in the hydroponics bay?
I'll have someone take over your assignment for the next few days. I think you need some time to reflect on your actions. Can I help you?
Please don't disturb me.
You may enter.
Hello, Clea. Are you busy?
Please come in. I'd like the company.
Inagor said your research held the key to activating the machinery. How so?
My research explores the relationship between people and the machinery they develop, and the ways the machinery develops people in turn.
So, why did you need to manufacture exomorphs? Couldn't you prove your theory without them?
Of course. If Crindo hadn't activated those terrifying creatures, we could have completed our research by now.
You didn't want to create exomorphs?
It was breathtaking to see them come to life, but risky. When they turned on us, I was sure we were dead.
What happened?
They chased us from the lab. We were safe, but we had no way to communicate with Crindo or the scientists on the surface. I was terrified, and then you were there.
Tell me, Clea, what if your research shows that the Idril did not make the ruins?
Then I will publish my findings proudly.
Quite the dispassionate scientist.
On the contrary, I'm quite passionate. I come from a world of tremendous beauty. Lush green jungles, pink coral beaches, and snowy mountains.
It sounds appealing.
The first time I saw Idril from space, I cried. I wish you could see my world.
Perhaps another time.
Well, maybe some other time then.
Telsia to Monroe. I'd like to see you today. Stop by my quarters.
Hi, Telsia.
Aren't the stars beautiful?
Yeah, but not as beautiful as you.
Oh, thank you, Monroe. You know, this is the first time we've had a chance to be alone.
Things have been hectic. After all this blows over, I'll schedule shore leave on Ryza for us.
I'm looking forward to it.
Lieutenant Monroe to the bridge.
I'm glad we could spend some time together.
Deck 1, bridge.
We'll beam the prisoners to your ship.
That won't be necessary. Just release them.
I beg your pardon?
The killing was not their fault. Those 3 scientists merely stumbled on advanced technology left by an extinct and long-forgotten race.
Forgive my skepticism, but what makes you so sure the Idril did not build those ruins?
Legends of Idril glory are fairy tales. We have extensive records of our first contact with the Idril, and they were a simple people.
Then you won't mind us investigating their claims in the facility.
We're going to destroy the facility before anyone else is hurt.
Commander, that is a priceless archaeological site, not to mention a breakthrough technology. I strongly recommend...
It is our planet and our business. We appreciate your assistance, but you cannot dictate our policy. The facility is dangerous and must be destroyed. Now please release our Idril prisoners. You cannot detain them without our authorization.
We can hold them for the attack on the Dallas.
That would be a mistake. Prosecuting them for being ignorant Idril would hand the Separatists a propaganda victory.
Did you impound Inagor's artifacts from Viok Theta 3?
Inagor and his followers fabricated mock artifacts to look like Idril creations.
If they're counterfeiters, why are they still free?
Their punishment was exile from Viok Theta 3 and the destruction of their counterfeit objects.
If you destroy this facility, will you call it counterfeit as well?
Captain, we are reading antimatter explosions on Viok Epsilon 5.
You can release the Idril. Our dead now have justice.
Destroying history is not justice.
Goodbye, Captain Picard.
Commander Tuvok, the Idril are free to go. Escort them to Shuttle Bay 2.
Aye, sir. Doctors, the Atrexian Council has released you.
What are they up to?
Don't be so surprised. They can't stop destiny.
I'm surprised and worried.
You always worry about nothing. You should cultivate the unwavering certainty of our ancestors.
They were hardly unwavering.
My research says they were.
Then why did it take my research to activate the facility?
Enough! Thank you for your hospitality.
Don't thank these barbarians. They destroyed our only proof.
My son, this sector is filled with proof.
Yes. The work awaits. Come, Clea.
Lieutenant Commander Tuvok, I petitioned the Enterprise for permission to stay on board.
But why, child?
I want to help the Federation study the exomorph bodies. It's my own small way of atoning for the death we caused.
I forbid it!
You do not control me.
Captain Picard, Dr. Clea has requested permission to stay aboard the Enterprise and assist in the investigation of the exomorph bodies.
Her skills could be quite useful. She's authorized to stay on board.
Do not allow her to stay, Picard.
Dr. Clea, you will be assisting the research team. Welcome to the Enterprise.
Thank you, Captain.
Picard out.
You'll regret this.
Crindo, you are cleared to leave. I suggest you do so immediately.
We have finished repairs to the warp drive on the USS Dallas. She's ready to head back to Starbase 12 for a refit.
Captain, we've received a distress call from a nearby Atrexian colony.
The colony is in the Taravar system. We're going to protect the Atrexians.
From what?
That's what I intend to find out.
We have developed a new weapon. We shall have time for a demonstration before we arrive. Come over to the armory as soon as you can.
I am very busy, Lieutenant. I am very busy, Lieutenant. I am very busy, Lieutenant.
On your way, Lieutenant.
I am very busy, Lieutenant.
On your way, Lieutenant.
I am very busy, Lieutenant.
Deck 8 Armory.
The doctor has cleared me for duty, Monroe.
Do you need medical attention?
I've been doing a little research into the Atrexians during my spare time.
What did you find out so far?
They're a spacefaring species with warp capability and modern weaponry, most of it acquired from other races.
So they don't develop a lot of their technology themselves?
Right. I've also learned that they became prosperous by mining their colony worlds.
They must be trading with both the Federation and the Romulans.
I'd be concerned about that, but I don't think they're a very aggressive species. They haven't been a threat to either.
I've made some improvements on the Federation-issue grenade launcher. I've loaded a holo program to test it. If you like it, then we can use it on the mission. Almost as good as a Klingon.
Now entering the Taravar system.
Shields up.
Taravar 7 dead ahead.
Take us in.
Aye, sir. No ships in the area.
Scanners detect exomorphs. They're swarming Taravar 7.
Maintain a high orbit. Keep us outside the range of their propulsion systems.
Aye, sir.
Hail them.
No response.
The planetary defensive grid has been knocked offline. Superficial damage to their power converters.
Monroe, assemble your team. I want you to restore that grid and...
Captain, multiple ships warping in.
3 Idril ships.
Interesting timing. Hail them.
Greetings, Captain. We are here to provide assistance to the Atrexians.
What kind of assistance?
Each of our ships have a small security contingent. We would be honored to put them under your command to assist the Atrexians.
They will take orders from Lieutenant Monroe.
Of course, Captain.
Monroe, prepare your team to beam down, and keep an eye on the Idril.
We are ready to transport.
Lowering shields for transport.
Engines offline. Weapon systems offline.
The 3 Idril ships hit us when we lowered shields. We are being hailed.
On screen. Crindo.
When we last met, you took away my most precious possession. Now I take away yours. Prepare to be boarded.
Lieutenant Monroe.
Yes, sir.
Report to the bridge. And bring me a rifle.
The transporters are down, along with the turbolifts. I've got Idril beam-in signatures appearing all over the ship.
To all hazard team members, emergency deploy. Fight off the Idril invaders.
Federation, stop him!
I'm requesting assistance in the main cargo bay on deck 8.
Unauthorized access in Junction 34. Security field initiated.
Get over here.
7.
Kill him!
There's another one.
Kill him!
Rerouting power to security system.
You'll die!
System lockdown initialized.
Thank you for the assistance.
Security breach in main engineering. Security breach in main sickbay.
Monroe, if you're still on deck 8, I need help in sickbay. We're getting overrun.
Unauthorized access in turbolift 8.
The transporters are down, along with the turbolifts. I've got Idril beam-in signatures appearing all over the ship.
To all hazard team members, emergency deploy. Fight off the Idril invaders.
I'm requesting assistance in the main cargo bay on deck 8.
Unauthorized access in Junction 34. Security field initiated.
Get
on
over
deck
here.
7.
Federation, stop him! Federation, stop him! You'll die!
Get down!
Rerouting power to security system.
Kill him!
There's another one.
System lockdown initialized.
Thank you for the assistance.
Security breach in main engineering. Security breach in main sickbay. Security breach in main engineering. Security breach in main sickbay.
Monroe, if you're still on deck 8, I need help in sickbay. We're getting overrun.
Unauthorized access in turbolift 8A.
Lieutenant Monroe, assist with the defense of this corridor.
It's terrifying to suddenly be under attack like that.
Well done, Lieutenant. Reinforce Jarrat's team in sickbay.
Hurry, Monroe. I don't know how long we can hold out.
You'll die!
There's another one.
Security breach on breach deck. Initializing security protocols, card Alpha 3. Encrypting primary and secondary security code.
Cover me! Thanks, Monroe. That was close.
Monroe, they're in engineering.
On my way.
You can get to engineering via this Jeffries tube access. Go.
Kill him!
Warp core temperature outside normal
The warp core
levels.
is overheating. Everyone out. Monroe, over here. Monroe, repel the Israel before the warp core goes critical.
Kill him! Kill him!
Monroe, over here. Monroe, repel the Israel before the warp core goes critical.
Kill him!
Monroe, watch where you're shooting! Monroe, stop them before the warp core goes critical.
Over there! Over there!
Warp core temperature approaching critical levels.
Monroe, watch where you're shooting!
Warp core temperature approaching critical level.
Federation, stop him! Kill him! You'll die! Federation! Kill him! Kill him!
Monroe, watch where you're shooting!
Kill him! Die!
Monroe, watch where you're shooting! Monroe, watch where you're shooting!
Federation, stop him! Kill him! Federation, stop him! Kill him! Kill him! Die!
Is the warp core stabilized?
Not yet. Use your tricorder on the energy distribution panel to help me bleed energy away from the core.
Warp core temperature approaching critical levels.
We did it!
Monroe, I'm on the bridge. The captain's okay, but we're under attack. We need you.
Then power up the bridge turbo lift.
I'm on it.
Bridge.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
You'll die! Stop him!
Watch out!
Kill him! Kill him!
The invaders have been repelled. I am initiating a dampening field to repulse any additional direct frequency transporter attempts. We are being hailed.
On screen.
Surrender your ship.
It looks like your invasion did not go as well as you'd hoped.
Your ship is crippled. Your weapons are non-functional. There's no way out, Picard.
Let's discuss it.
And give you time to repair your weapon systems? Do you take me for a fool? Turn your ship over to me, Picard, and I'll offload you and your crew on the nearest hospitable planet.
I would sooner destroy this ship.
You're bluffing. But in case you aren't...
Captain, several small Idril vessels have landed on our ventral hull.
What are they doing?
Warning. Unauthorized access detected.
The Idril are accessing our computer system directly from the hull. Self-destruct systems have been disabled. They are attempting to reroute command protocols and gain control of the Enterprise.
Reverse ventral hull polarity. See if we can shake them loose.
Negative. They have locked hull polarity in their area. I have polarized the outer saucer ring, which will prevent them from progressing any further. But I have no way of removing the Idril invaders.
Lieutenant Monroe, report to the Enterprise hull and repel the Idril invaders. Do not let them reroute the command protocols.
Aye, sir.
Lieutenant Monroe, the Idril are accessing the ship's computer from multiple locations. It is imperative that you stop them before they accomplish their goal. In order to contain the invaders, I have reversed polarity on the outer area of the hull. Do not approach this area. Our weapons cannot penetrate their shielding. You must gain a more advantageous firing position by making control jumps with your Evo suit thrusters. Lieutenant Monroe, time is of the essence. The Idril must not gain control of the Enterprise. Breached our level 3 security protocols. You must hurry. Weapon systems are still offline. We have enough power to activate the auxiliary pulse phaser batteries, but you will have to operate them manually. Destroying the vessel.
down by 10%.
Nicely done, Lieutenant. Assemble your team and protect the Atrexian colony on Taravar 7. Lieutenant Monroe, your team is to assist the colonist in any way possible.
Stay close, Sydney. We may need a quick escape.
You got it. Be careful.
I'm reading Atrexian life signs ahead.
Let's go.
Wait.